So I just got out the shower, I did my body care, I'm about to do my skincare, I gotta brush my teeth, do something to this hair, and I have a meeting, and then I'm gonna try to make a YouTube long form video. So let's get into it. I just filled in my brows. I use the pencil eye method, which once it dries, it doesn't come off. Well, it's not dried yet. I just put it on, but after it dries a little bit, when you wash your face, it doesn't come off. I'm gonna just go ahead and put on some of this Paula's Choice. I'll link it below. My favorite moisturizer in the world, Peter Thomas Roth. Why today? Why do I have to have an acne, a blemish? Help me. And I do have an acne patch, but I think I'll put it on after the meeting. My hair, so I do have clip-ins in my hair. I washed my hair, so I have actually longer clip-ins today. I use Marc Anthony's Strictly Curls. I love it. It's almost out. I have another one. I got this at Walmart. I think it's about $8. It doesn't make your hair stiff, you know, like gel, and it keeps the curls. So it's really nice, actually. It keeps the curls and the extensions, and as well as your own hair. So I use that. After the curling styling cream, I do go in with Echo. I use the coconut oil, and I just put it just to give a little hold. So I'll put it on top just to slick it back. I am working on my edges. I started thinning again recently. Again, I still think it has to do with, I went to the salon to get my grays dyed. I usually use a rinse, which is not like a permanent one, but when I went to the salon, they actually dyed it. I think it was too strong, and like maybe a week after, my hair started dropping. And then when I went back to them, they're like, what's wrong with your hair? Why is it? And I'm like, I really don't know. I didn't realize. Guys, does anybody know of a dye, a rinse to get out grays? And especially because I just get them here for some reason. I have to do it every 2 weeks if I want to cover them. Is there a healthy one? Something that's not going to break your hair? Please comment below. I recently bought, which I saw on Instagram, this. It's called Bask and Lather. So it's a scalp stimulator hair growth oil. So I just started putting it at the, in my edges and in between. So I've been hearing good things about it. I believe it's a Black owned company, Bask and Lather. So I am going to try it and see if it, please, if it works. Thank you, Jesus. All right, so I'm just gonna leave it like this and just put a little band on. Right. I have a dress on. It's like a shift dress, like a mod. Remember mod? The mod style. It has pockets. It's actually from J. Crew, I believe. But yeah, it's J. Crew. I shop the J. Crew outlet. Okay, guys. So everything's mostly always between 40 and 70% off. I do not buy retail. Okay, I try not to. I mean, really, it's always gonna go on sale, guys. All right. So let me go to my meeting, and then I will see you in my long form. So today we are going to get our emotions balanced, okay? So first question, are you responding or reacting to people's behaviors? All right? I need help in this section, okay? So I am talking to myself as well. Becoming the best version of myself includes becoming emotionally balanced. I have about 5 tips that is going to help you not react, but respond to other people's behaviors. So the first thing, there's difference between reacting and responding. All right. So first, reacting is instant, emotional, automatic. You're not thinking, you don't think, you just, you feel and you act. Okay. So you can be doing this with your spouse, your boyfriend, your coworker, your kids. Whew, especially during that luteal phase, guys, okay? Ooh, it is hard. It is really hard. Oh my God, these glasses are driving me nuts. And this blemish on my nose, I can't take it. I'm gonna have to put on an acne patch right after this video. Okay, also responding is calm, intentional, and thoughtful. You're thinking it out. So we're not going to be letting our emotions lead us anymore. We're gonna try our best. Let's do our best, guys. For example, if you are having a conversation with your family member, your romantic partner, and they get you upset, stop. Okay, freeze. What do you do? All right, so here's the 5 things. The first thing is literally pause. Pause before reacting. Create a small space between your feelings and reacting. All right, take a deep breath. Even 5 to 10 seconds of silence, it makes a big difference. Sometimes also you're having a conversation with somebody on the phone and it starts getting heated. Okay, and you are tempted to just click, hang up that phone. Take that 5 to 10 second breather. Calm down, all right? And also watch that tone. Watch your tone, because your tone can either build safety by being calm, sweet, you know, in our feminine energy, or it can drive distance. It can make distance. You can feel right away that person puts up a wall when you start getting aggressive. The next thing is name what you feel, okay? So we're gonna name what we feel. Say to yourself, I feel angry, I feel hurt, I feel anxious. When you say that, it actually activates your logic over emotions. The next thing is ask yourself, what do I want? What is the outcome that I want from this conversation, from this communication? Am I wanting to be heard? Asking yourself this, it actually shifts the focus from your emotions to your intentions. Also, being aggressive doesn't make people listen. It doesn't make people listen. Like I said, it causes distance. For me, when you start being aggressive, like my mind is like, I'm not listening to you, like you're crazy, honestly. And probably when I get that way too, probably that person, your children, they're not listening. They're either like, they're scared, they're just not listening to what you really want to say. The next one is reframe your thoughts. So replace, oh, they're disrespecting me, for they might just be having a bad day. Okay, so we're going to be thinking the best of people. This is showing love. So in the Bible, that's one of the definitions of showing love, is thinking the best of that other person. So we are going to be thinking the best, and maybe they did have a bad day. Maybe that person got some bad news. Let's put on our empathy, guys, and reframe our thoughts. Last but not least is self-talk reminders. So saying to yourself, I feel angry, but I can remain calm. So talking to yourself, this is also an act of self-soothing. So self-soothing, self-regulation, talking yourself basically down from that ledge. And also, speaking of self-regulation, I do have a few tips for regulating your nervous system physically. Okay, so we'll get into that, and it's about 3 of them. And guys, if you are still with me, if you're still listening to this, please comment below, helpful, just letting me know that you guys are still with me, all right? So regarding the physical, self-soothing, self-regulating tips, first for me is always going to be go to God, prayer, okay? It's always going to be prayer. You guys can also, if anybody's into meditation is good, deep breathing. If you need help with prayer, we do have Bible apps. If you go to that Bible app, you can get some devotionals. I think they might have some guided prayer too, I believe, on the Bible app. Also on YouTube, they do have guided meditations so you can do, and that's free. Also, counting backwards from 5 to 1. 5, 4. Counting backwards, it slows your nervous system down, so that's something that can help you as well. The next thing is cold water or grounding touch. Regarding the cold water, I've never tried this before when I was upset, but they say it does help. You can put your hands under cold water, and that's basically going to shift your feelings. It's going to basically stop you from thinking those bad thoughts. So that's going to help. Also, grounding touch for me. Sometimes if you see me going like this, it's either I'm just feeling myself, right? You know, feeling myself. Oh my God. I'm feeling, my skin is feeling extra smooth because of my skincare, or I am actually like self-regulating by just going like this. I just go like this. So you can just like self-soothe by just touching your skin, Or some people like to touch their texture of their clothes. My son does that. When he's going to sleep, he has a t-shirt that he loves and he just goes like this to his t-shirt and he goes to sleep. Me, I have a teddy bear on my bed when I need comforting. That helps too. All right, so to each his own. And lastly, the last physical tip is going to be healthy diet. Okay, so too much sugar in your diet, too much alcohol, it's not good for your emotions. Also getting enough sleep. Okay, getting enough sleep helps with your emotions, and eating more fruits and vegetables. So these are all things that I am currently trying to do to just get better, becoming that girl, the best version of myself. If you learned anything today, if you want to add something to this video, please comment. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe so we can just get to know each other a little better and we can just become a good community so we can be able to help others. So like and subscribe and share. All right, guys, be joyful. Bye.